Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to be making this video because many of you have been requesting for me to do a hair care routine video. A lot of you also always ask and compliment me about my makeup, so I thought I would get very real with you guys and show you my daily hair and makeup routine. I wanted to mention that I am not sponsored by any of the brands I'm going to be talking about in this video, and all of the opinions are my personal opinions. As you can see, my daily makeup and hair routine is super minimal. When I'm not filming, I don't like to wear a lot of makeup, and if you know me personally, 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, I have my hair down and it's always parted in the middle. I don't know why, but if my hair is not parted in the middle, I don't feel like myself at all. It's honestly the weirdest thing. Do you guys get that too, or is it just me? I also wanted to mention that the makeup I do on myself on a daily basis is very different from the makeup I do for my tutorials. I use completely different makeup products for my tutorials because I find that they look much better on camera, but for every day, those products are a little too much for me. So if I look a lot different today, that's why, people. I love a very minimal, no makeup look, and my daily makeup and hair routine altogether usually takes me 10 minutes or less. Unless I'm heat styling my hair that day, in which case it's gonna add another 10 to 15 minutes to my overall get ready time. So if you guys are like me and you love the no makeup look, you guys are going to really enjoy this video. I also have a ton of little hacks and tricks, of course, why wouldn't I, that will make your hair and makeup routine so much more efficient. I'm super excited to share these tricks with you guys, so if you guys want to see what they are, please keep watching. Okay, so this is as real as it's gonna get today. I would be lying if I said I don't feel completely naked right now. So my hair is freshly washed from last night and I have zero makeup on. Seriously, I have no idea whether I feel liberated right now or if I want to have a panic attack. Okay, Nikki, let's get it together and get your face on. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my face on so I don't feel so overexposed and naked. I like to go in with this toner by THAYERS. It's an alcohol-free toner, which I love because my skin is super dry, and anything with alcohol in it just dries it out even more and causes my skin to flake and becomes patchy when I put my makeup on top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and soak up a cotton pad and just go over my face with it just to make sure that my skin is clean. So I recently discovered this amazing skincare brand by the Australian natural skincare company called SUKIN. And this is a facial moisturizer, and it's made of all natural ingredients, and it even has some organic ingredients in there too. I don't know if you guys know this, but I did mention it in a few of my past videos that I do try to use as many natural and organic products in my skincare routine as possible, because our skin is our largest organ, and anything that you put on your skin gets absorbed by your skin and goes into your bloodstream. So if you're putting on any products that have parabens, phthalates, or petrochemicals or any other nasty chemicals of that sort, it's all going to end up in your bloodstream. And unfortunately, a lot of these chemicals have been found to cause cancer and other diseases. So if you can read the labels on all of the skincare products that you use and the makeup products that you use, it's really going to help you out. All I'm going to do is put one pump of this stuff in my hands and just massage it into my skin. Oh my god, I wish you guys could smell this through the screen. It smells so good. It smells like oranges and cream. Probably not such a good idea to wear a turtleneck for this, but oh well. Another thing that I wanted to mention about this amazing moisturizer is that one of the main ingredients in it is called glycerin, and I actually learned this from one of my favorite beauty YouTube gurus, Nikki Tutorials, and she said that using a primer or a base on your skin before applying makeup that has a high content of glycerin will actually allow your makeup to stick to it and last all throughout the day. And I totally agree with this, Nikki. I tried it out, and ever since I've been doing this, my makeup never budges. It's amazeballs. So after I moisturize, I like to go in with a good BB cream for my everyday daily routine. And this is another amazing natural product, and I love this brand. This is by the brand ANDALOU Naturals. Sorry, I lied. It's a CC cream, not a BB cream. And it's the Color and Correct Sheer Tan with SPF 30. So not only does it add a nice sheer tint and evens out your skin tone, but it also has SPF 30, so it's going to protect your skin from sun damage. And I just like to use my fingers for this because I find that the heat from my fingers is enough to warm up the product and create an even distribution of it. But for my daily routine, I literally just use my hands, and I find that that gets the job done. You always want to blend out the product onto your neck so that there's no color difference from this part of your face to your neck, and it looks a lot more natural. All right, so after I applied my CC cream, what I like to do is go in and brighten up any spots on my face that tend to be dark with a good creaseless concealer. So the one I've been loving lately is the one by Tarte, and it's the Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I purposely select a concealer that is several shades lighter than my natural skin tone just to give that brightening effect to my skin. So, no, Mr. Concealer, there we go. So I'm gonna put a little bit of product on my ring finger, and then I'm gonna just dab it on like so under my eyes. And I tend to have a little bit of darkness between my brows, especially if I apply self-tanner on my face the night before, which I did last night. Otherwise my face would be like paper white. So I did that, and sometimes the self-tanner tends to sink into my skin more in this area and around my mouth. So I'm going to just put it along the bridge of my nose and around my lips. And once I've done that, I'm gonna go to town with my ring finger and just blend everything out as much as I possibly can. So I don't remember where I read this, but I read that using your ring finger to blend out product around your under eye area and your eye area in general is the best way to blend out product, because your ring finger is the finger that you put the least amount of pressure on. So this minimizes wrinkles from forming in the future. And this pressing motion also allows the product to seep into your skin much better than rubbing it, because rubbing it is too harsh for the delicate skin under our eyes. So after that, what I like to do is go in with a pressed foundation. I feel like it sets my makeup and it mattifies any areas that are too shiny. So the brand is called Mineral Fusion, and the color that I use is Olive 2. I just apply this powder very lightly in a circular motion to my skin, and it just makes everything look so much more seamless. And again, I'm just dragging it out to my neck. For my daily routine, I do a very, very simple light contour. I wouldn't even call it a contour, I would just call it bronzing up my face. And again, I have another Nikki, get it together. Another Mineral Fusion product, and this one is in Deep 3. Once I have it on my brush and it's pretty much evenly distributed like that, this is the key to getting a very natural bronzing effect. You want to place the product at the top of the cheek and then in a circular motion move downwards. So where you want the strongest effect is near this area up here, and where you want it to get diffused and have a lighter effect is down here. I know a lot of makeup artists and beauty gurus recommend doing your bronzing or contouring right here. You see that hollow in your cheek right here? I started to bring up my contour a little bit higher. So the bottom of my brush starts at the hollow of my cheek, but I also bronze up the high point of my cheek. And what this does is create a lifted effect, and it looks like you have higher cheekbones, which is absolutely beautiful. I'm just gonna bronze up my forehead a little bit and then bring it down again to blend it all in. What you wanna do when you're bronzing your face is create a 3. You bronze up the forehead, the high point of your cheek, and then your jawline. So on to my favorite part of my daily makeup routine, the brows. Seriously guys, if I was in a stranded island and I had the option of only picking 3 makeup tools to take with me, it would be this, and this. These are my holy grail eyebrow products that I've been using probably for the last 1.5 years or so. I've tried so many different products. I pretty much have an obsession with my brows. So if you guys have the same obsession as I do, I'm going to show you exactly what I've been doing to my brows to get that full effect. Because right now, let's be honest, my brows kind of look like distant cousins and I need them to look like sisters. So the first product is another Mineral Fusion product, and I love this pencil. It's so creamy, and you want to concentrate most of the color from this point of your brow to the tail. And then the front of your brow, you want to use a lighter color to create a very subtle transition. So for this part, I usually like to go in with my Brow Bar to Go. So first I'm going in with my pencil. What I do is I outline my brows first. And I really like to extend the tail of my brow. You see how far I extended it in comparison to what it is naturally. So once I've outlined the bottom part, I like to go in and then outline the top part. And then I just connect the 2 lines at the tail. So notice when I shape my brows, I like a really rounded arch. I find that for me, it's the most flattering effect. I don't know why, but when I have a sharp, pointy arch, it just a rounded smooth arch for me softens up my features and makes me look more feminine in my opinion. So that's just a tip for you guys. If you've been shaping your eyebrows with a very angular arch, try a smoothed out rounded arch and see if you like that better. After I've penciled in my brows, what I like to do is go in with my Brow Bar to Go. So the Brow Bar to Go, I use the one for blondes, but I only use this darker shade right here, this taupey brownie color. The blonde one right here I don't even use. So what I do, dip it into the wax, and what this does, it makes it easier to pick up the product and stick to your brows. And then I just dip it into here. So I'm gonna go in and shape out the bottom of my brow. Okay, so once I've done that, I go in with my spoolie and I just blend everything out and brush my brow hairs upwards. This part really creates a seamless effect. So after this part, my brows sometimes have a little bit of product that goes past my brow line. So what I like to do is just take a regular Q-tip and I go into those spots and I gently just wipe it away. I think I got sisters. I don't know, what do you think? So now that I have my brows done, what I like to do is go in with this highlighting stick by Josie MARAN. More specifically, it's called the ARGAN Enlightenment Illuminizing Wand. This baby is the best. Honestly, I really wish that some beauty gurus would start mentioning all of these amazing products made of natural and organic ingredients. Josie MARAN is one of them. So this highlighting stick is absolutely amazing. It comes in a stick, but it's like a very creamy formulation and it blends so nicely into your skin. So what I like to do is highlight all of the parts on my skin where the light would naturally hit me. I always do the tip of the nose. You see how I have a bump in my nose? If you guys have the same problem and you want your nose to look more lifted and straight, this is what you do. So you highlight this part of your nose, and I used to drag the highlighter all the way along the bridge of my nose. No, what that is going to do is it's actually going to accentuate the bump on your nose right here. So I stop the highlight right here, and then after the bump of my nose, I put a little bit of highlight right here. And what this does, it allows the light to reflect on these two areas. So these two areas right here look more pronounced and overall gives your nose a straighter effect. And then I'm just gonna go in with my ring finger and just blend this out. And then I also like to add some under my brows just to highlight my brow bone, and then right on top of my cheekbone right here. And then I like to put just a little bit right here, right above my lip, just to make my Cupid's bow look more pronounced, and just blend everything right in. So what I like to do next is apply blush on top of my contour and highlight. And I love using this technique, and this is a great tip for you guys because I feel that it blends all of the product much more seamlessly and naturally, and giving your skin this sun-kissed, glowy, blushed look. So this particular blush, it's by Gabrielle. It's another natural brand, and the color is an apricot. You want most of the product on the apples of your cheeks and diffuse it upway. So it's pretty much the opposite of the bronzing that we did. So smile. So most of the product, I'm concentrating at the apple of the cheek and then bringing it out. What I like to do for my highlight, and this makes my highlight so glowy and beautiful, you can literally see it from outer space. I apply a BECCA powder highlighter on top of the cream highlighter that I use by Josie MARAN, because if you apply a cream highlighter underneath a powder highlighter, it's just going to intensify the powder highlighter much more. And the highlighter that I've been loving lately is this one. It's called Champagne Pop. Now, I usually don't use this on a daily basis. I only use it for my tutorials, but I gotta show you the highlighting effect I'm talking about, so I'm gonna go all out today. For my highlight, I like to take this angled brush. Actually, I'm lying. I like to take this brush as well because I also like to apply the highlighter pretty much everywhere that I applied the cream highlighter. So I'm gonna take the my angled brush and very gently just go over that cream base. And I also like to just drag it a little bit on my forehead just to give it that nice glow. Now, usually I would do this before I do my blush. If you forget for whatever reason and you put your highlighter on top of your blush, just go back in with your blush brush and blend it all out. And that's gonna just put a little bit more of that blush product on top, so it just blends everything out more seamlessly. Every time I apply mascara, I literally have like raccoon eyes after I use my mascara. I found a trick that's absolutely amazing. This is what I like to do. So first I like to go in with my eyelash curler. After I curl my eyelashes, what I like to do is go in with my favorite mascara, and this is my all-time favorite mascara of all time. I think I said it 2 times in that sentence, but that's how much I love it. This is the DIORSHOW Blackout Mascara, and it's actually paraben-free, phthalate-free, and I love the effect it gives my lashes, but I have the product all over my eyelids. So what I did was take a business card, I put it over my eyelid, and I took a pencil or a pen, and I marked the outer edges of my eyelid, and I went in with my scissors and I cut out like a half almond shape. I don't know if you can see that. And what this does, it creates like the perfect barrier between your lashes and your lid. And what you want to do is you want to put the card down like at the base of your lashes and kind of roll your eyelid up. So I'm taking my mascara, and then I'm taking my business card, lifting my lashes up and just going to town on my lashes. Another tip is if you really want to get the most out of, okay, first of all, look at that. Look at that. Look at this eye and look at that. That was one application and only on one side of my lashes. And I didn't even get the edges of my lashes. Like, girl, you don't have this mascara, go. I know it's not the cheapest mascara, but it's well worth your money. When you take the brush and you move it side by side, you wiggle it in a side-by-side motion, it's gonna help distribute the product all along the baseline of your lashes and distribute it all along the top. So you're gonna get the maximum use out of the product. Another thing I wanted to mention, after you apply one coat of mascara, you want to allow it to dry completely for at least a minute and then apply the second coat, because the problem is when you apply mascara to your eyelashes, when the first coat is already wet, you're not going to get the maximum benefits out of the product. So you want to allow it to dry for 1 minute at least. I heard this tip actually from Carly Bible, also here on YouTube. So what I like to do is go in without the card for my outer and inner lashes, because those ones are really difficult to get with the card. And then I'm going to wait 1 minute for the product to dry on my lashes, and then I'm going to go in with a second coat. Okay, so after I've applied the mascara to my top lashes, what I like to do is take any leftover product on the brush and just press it into my lower lashes. Let's assume you use the business card trick and it works wonders, except you still have a little bit of mascara product on your lids. Instead of wiping it away right away, what that does is just smear the mascara all over your eyelid, and it makes it so much more difficult to remove. What I do is I take a Q-tip and I wait until the mascara is 100% dry. Wet it a little bit, and you can use your own saliva. It's just saliva, guys. So those of you who are gonna be like, ew, that's so disgusting, nothing's gonna happen, I promise. So I'm just gonna wet it a little bit, and then I'm going to go in and gently remove any mascara that I see. I want to show you what I do on those extra special days. I just add one more step to my minimal makeup routine. So what I like to do is line my lips with a nude lip pencil. And as you can tell, I've been loving this one. It's another Mineral Fusion pencil, but this one is for the lips. The other one that I showed you was for the brows. Honestly, I have no idea how I'm going to apply this, because it's like, I literally have just the butt left. Yeah, I really need to go out and get another one. If I'm not mistaken, the color was called Elegant. Again, I picked this up in my local Whole Foods. It's really funny because when I go grocery shopping, I really look forward to walking down the makeup aisle, because I usually pick up most of my makeup things from there. What I like to do is just overline my lips just a touch. So once I've lined my lips, I like to go in with a lip stain. This one has a really beautiful rosy peachy undertone to it. This is by Bourjois, and it's the Rouge Edition Velvet, and the color is Nudist. What I like to do is I take one of these and I press it against my lips just to push the product into my lips and take off any excess, and then it looks like a beautiful natural lip stain. Okay, so that wraps up my daily makeup routine. So on to my hair. So first things first, my hair is freshly washed from last night. I didn't brush it, I didn't style it, nothing. Well, you can probably tell. So now that my hair is 100% dry from my shower, I figured out an amazing combination that I've been using for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I want to say, and I've been loving it. It's so good. It's basically a daily hair growth serum for your hair. So if you guys are trying to grow out your hair like I am, this is absolutely amazing. So what I did, I bought this oil. I got it from Sephora. It's by the brand Earth's Nectar, and it's the mint leaves scalp oil, and it's meant for normal and dry scalp hair types, and it has a bunch of different oils in it that help stimulate hair growth. Now, because it is an oil, I wouldn't recommend it for people with super oily hair because it will make your hair look greasy. But for me, because my hair and my skin tend to be super dry, this for me is amazing. So what I like to do is I put 1 spritz in my fingers like this, and I distribute it on the top of my hair like that, and I massage it into my scalp. And I take another pump, and then I do the same thing like in the back of my hair and on the sides, and then I take 1 more and I do the back of my head. So after I've used the mint oil, I go in with this product right here, and this is also amazing for stimulating hair growth. Now this product, it's by John Masters Organic, and it's particularly for the scalp. It says deep scalp follicle treatment and volumizer for thinning hair. Now I don't have thinning hair. My hair is actually super thick. This stuff is amazing because I am trying to grow out my hair faster. So what I do is I spray 1, 2, 3 in the middle of my part. And this stuff, like, it has oil in it, but it also has some kind of other ingredients in it that doesn't leave your hair oily. It'll keep it moist and wet for like a couple seconds, but then once you massage it into your scalp, it's dry. And what I like to do is I just separate the front part of my hair, and I go 1, 2. And then once I've done half of my head like that, I just go in with my fingers and I just massage it into my scalp to distribute the product. And then after I've done that, I do the same thing on the other side. Now that I have treated my scalp, I'm just going to style my hair very simply. All I'm going to do is give it like a faux blowout look. I just want to keep it straight today. And if you watch my recent videos, you would have seen that I've been using the Giovanni Heat Protectant Spray, and I love that line. I recently ran out of the one that I've been using, so I wanted to pick up another one, and I found this one that is specifically made for dry and damaged hair. And when I read this, I'm like, yes! And I've been loving it, and it's made with avocado and olive oil. It's so good. It's so moisturizing, and it also smells really good. What I like to do is just spray it throughout my hair before I heat style it. Make sure that all my ends are covered. I go in with my hairbrush and I start brushing my hair gently from bottom to top to distribute the product throughout my hair. So because the ends of my hair are super thin in comparison to the top of my hair, I like to add some thickness to it by adding in a volumizing weft. So as you guys know, I wear fancy hair extensions for my hair tutorials, and they're beautiful long 20-inch hair extensions. I have this volumizer weft that I made myself, and if you notice, if you guys own a set of fancy hair extensions, you know the wefts are reinforced with lace. This one is not. This one is reinforced with like a band. This is the original first generation fancy hair extensions. This weft is pretty much 3 or 4 years old. It's my very first fancy hair extension set, and what I did was I just took 2 of my 4-inch wefts, I sewed them together, and I sewed on these clips on the top, and then I cut it to be the same length as my natural hair. So when I clip it in, it gives the bottom of my hair a lot more thickness, and I've been loving this trick. What I do is I just separate my hair at about my temple, and then I take this volumizer weft and I just clip it into the top. Just want to make sure that it's the same length. Move the clip in a circular motion, and then I clip it in. And what that does is create a little nest in the hair, so it gives the clip something to hold on to. So now on to styling. So I just take a small section and I straighten the roots, and then when I get to the bottom, I just gently turn it in. So again, so take a section, straighten the roots, and then when I get towards the middle, I start slowly curling my flat iron inwards. And that creates like a faux blown out effect once you have all of your hair straightened this way. So I'm just gonna go ahead and straighten the rest of my hair in the same way. One thing I wanna mention when I get to the top, for those of you that tend to have hair that falls flat on the top, this is a good tip for you. So basically you want to take a section of hair, and I only do this around my crown area because I like the rest of my hair to be natural, and just a little bit of volume at the top. You want to straighten the section upwards, and this is going to create a volumized effect at the top. And when you get to the middle part of the hair, you just want to repeat the same technique that I showed you earlier. So just gently curl your flat iron inwards when you get to the ends. After I've styled all of my hair, I like to go in with a serum, and this helps lock in any moisture into my hair and prevents it from getting dry at the ends and just makes it look healthy and shiny. And that's it. All right, my love. So that wraps up my everyday hair and makeup routine. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and learned some tips and tricks for yourself that you can apply to your daily getting ready routine. Let me know in the comments below which one of the tricks was your favorite and why, and which ones you're dying to try out. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I hope to see you in my next video.